Hey, this is Gene at DNS Bait, and this report is current as of Tuesday the 7th here. Still a lot of good fishing going on around town here up on Lake Mendota. There's still a handful of guys that are having some decent success perch fishing out here. There are some nicer sized fish up against the weed lines in a few areas when you find them. Otherwise, out on some of the deeper water flats and some of the mud areas, there seem to be quite a few smaller perch. A lot of fish in that 8-inch range to up to 8 3/4, occasionally a 9. You don't see very many bigger than that out there, but up against the weeds you'll see some fish that are 9 and even 10 inches once in a while. Bluegills on Mendota, the ones I've been hearing about have been mostly on the smaller side, over by Second Point, some off Governor's Island. Seems to be in the rocky areas in that 15 to 20 foot of water or so. Smallmouth bass, they seem to be scattered around all over the place. The guys out perch fishing on the mud and on the weed lines are catching quite a few. They seem to be chasing some of them smaller perch around. And guys out on the rocks seem to be catching more walleyes this last couple of weeks out here on Mendota than smallmouth even. Over on Lake Monona, bluegill action and perch action over there has been decent. A lot of bluegills just off the weed lines in 15 to 35 feet of water or so. Rockford Heights area has been pretty good. Out by the rock pile in front of Squaw Bay, a little bit in front of Turtle Point. And then the guys that are fishing a little tighter to the weeds in some of those areas are picking up some perch and occasionally some real nice perch. I've even heard some perch, in the 10-inch area and sometimes a little bigger. They're not getting a lot of those fish, but they're getting enough that warrants your attention. Otherwise, a lot of 8-inch fish, that are okay. As far as bass go on the lakes there, I haven't heard a whole lot. I'm assuming typically this time of the year we're going to fish some deeper weed edges, vertically jigging with some bigger jigs and plastic tails. We're throwing some plastic worms on those deeper weed edges. But I haven't heard a whole lot of that action. And then down on Lake Wabeesa, I've been hearing a little bit of bluegill action over off of Rockford Heights, the Bible Camp area out in front of Babcock Park. And still occasionally I hear some fish from some guys drifting south of Hog Island in that 20 foot of water, 25 foot of water even. It's not a lot of guys down there, but every once in a while I get a good report, some nice sized fish. Otherwise, some of the guys up by the weeds are getting a lot of smaller fish. Down on Lake Kegonsa, I know some guys are drifting that deeper water and catching a few nice bluegills. They just don't seem to be getting very many of them down there at all. I think that's about all I have for you locally here. Crystal Lake, the boat landing is open up there. The no wake is off, and they are taking some nice bluegills at times. And then I'm still hearing some bluegills over on Rock Lake too. I couldn't tell you where, but I hear it enough to realize that there is some decent action going on over there at times. That's about all I've got right now. If you want to call me at the store, 608-241-4225. Check on my Helgermite supply, or if you want to share any tips with us, that's great. Or you can use the Fishing Report hotline. That's 608-244-3474, and that spells big fish. Thanks, guys.